Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Hales and I make videos about the books that I'm reading. Today's video is my Chain of Iron reading vlog, which I was so excited to make. I loved reading this book. It was so incredible and I had such a fun time reading it. So I hope that you enjoy watching this vlog. This vlog is spoiler filled, so if you don't want any spoilers, don't go any further, because I did not hold anything back. I let it all out. Everything that I was feeling, everything that shocked me is all in here. So if you haven't read it yet and you plan to and you don't want to be spoiled, don't watch this vlog. So I just got Chain of Iron and I am in my bed ready to get started reading it, and I'm so excited. So this is the beginning of my Chain of Iron reading vlog. Already, I don't like Grace. Like, I just do not like it when she is in the scene. I don't want to hear from her. I don't care. I just don't want her around. Is that bad? Like, I don't think it is. I just don't want Grace Blackthorne around. I don't want her here. Cordelia's going to the Hell Ruelle for her bachelorette party. I better get Anna Lightwood in this. Okay, the fact that Matthew turned his head at the last minute so that when Cordelia kissed him, it would be on his lips makes me really mad. Like, she's marrying your best friend tomorrow. Can you not? Like, that's your parabatized future wife. Dude, chill. I love how when Cordelia asks about somebody in The Beautiful Cordelia, Lucy just goes, he died. I just don't have it in me to care for an entire chapter that is solely focused on Grace. I don't care. I could not care any less about her. And I don't want to read it. And I'm so early in the book. And I just don't want to put myself through it. I don't want to read it. I don't want to have... Okay, the chapter wasn't that bad. Even though it focused on Grace, it had a lot to do with Jessie. I hated the last line of the chapter. But, I mean, it's not like it was a spoiler. We already know that Jessie's dead. Like, I just hated it because I just don't want to be reminded that Jessie's dead, even though that's like a whole plot point and it's like a thing. But I liked it in the sense that we got to hear more about Jesse and how he was as like a big brother and how he was toward Grace. Jem is playing the violin at James and Cordelia's wedding, but he won't come in. And I'm just having a lot of feelings about the fact that he's playing at Will and Tessa's son's wedding. Ooh. Everything about James and Cordelia's wedding was just perfect. And now they're at their new house and James is showing Cordelia around, and I am just getting so many feels. I love them together so much, and it's just bringing me so much joy for this little bit of domestic life. I could go an entire book of just James and Cordelia in their little house, doing domestic things, wandering around, and just be completely happy with it. I just love it so much. I'm up to Grace's second chapter that focuses just on her, and I have to take a break and prepare myself for it because I just don't want to be reading it. I could not care any less. I know they're shorter chapters and they don't take as much time, but they feel like they drag on and on. And I know that, like, they're going to help us get to know her better and understand her character. And I already feel like I understand her character a little bit better with it. But she is so horrible. Like, there's not much that can change that. Even if you understand why she's acting the way she is, there's not much that can change the fact that she's still doing these things. She's still going and making the choices that she's making. And it's just, it's annoying. And I don't enjoy it. I just got to the part where Lucy confesses her feelings for Jesse. And it is giving me all the feels. I have been waiting for this moment. And it just makes me even more excited for what's gonna come next for them. And I'm just so thrilled. It makes me so happy. And it gives me so much hope for Jesse's character. I am so excited. I can't help it. I can't help but love them. I think they're so cute together. I love it so much. The way Cassandra Clare talked in her live show with Emma, Jenny, and Hannah makes me so concerned right now for Thomas. I'm on page 172, which isn't very far into the book, but I'm really concerned for Thomas right now. And I'm scared that something's going to happen if he goes on patrol. Lucy and Jesse just had their dance in front of the Institute. And I'm freaking out. He confessed his love for her. And I was trying so hard not to cry. But I can't help it because they're so sweet and so cute together, and I just don't know what to do with myself. Like, this whole series just gives me so many feels, and I just want to continue having so many good feelings about the series, even though I know it's going to end in, like, total destruction and make me so sad. But, like, right now I'm on cloud 9 because it was so great. And I love it. I love it. It is going so well right now. Delightful, said Matthew. We'll take the train. I love the train. The little tickets are so amusing. He just makes me so happy. He's so genuine with the things that amuse him. It is so cute and precious, and I just love it. So, are we seriously gonna see Malcolm freak out because Annabelle isn't actually in the Iron City? Because I want to see that. I want to see what happens when he realizes that she is not alive. That is such a defining moment, like, in the universe of, like, the Shadowhunter Chronicles, but also such a defining moment for the Dark Artifices, and I just want to see it so bad. All I want in life is for Anna Lightwood to be happy. That's it. That's all I want. Did Elias just get killed? Is that what I just read? I'm really concerned. What? I knew it was him. I knew it was Elias. I don't even know how to respond. This is crazy. And the fact that right before he was killed, he goes, "You?" So it's somebody that they know, like, and I have no idea who it is that they know that's doing it. Because it can't be James because he's waking up in bed. Right? Like, it doesn't make sense. At least it doesn't make sense to me. I mean, it could make perfect sense to somebody else. But I don't get it. But then Elias would know everyone in the Enclave, right? Like, he would just know the rest of the Enclave members. So it could be about anybody, really, honestly. Oh, it's so confusing. Thomas is getting on my nerves with his solo patrols. He needs to take a little bit better care of himself and stop going out all on his own, trying to be a big ol' hero. Like, dude, no. You are not gonna be a big ol' hero. You're gonna get yourself killed. Don't do it. Holy shit. That last part of chapter 14 with Cordelia and Wayland the Smith. Holy shit. Cordelia, a paladin. I am on the verge of tears. Like, this is going to be so incredible to watch her on this journey. I can't even describe how excited I am for what's going to come next. This is going to be so great. That was such a moving, powerful scene. Her raising the blade and swearing her loyalty to Wayland the Smith. Oh my gosh. Wow. It is absolutely sickening to me that Grace was bought by Tatiana Blackthorne. That is so despicable that she was just skulking around the orphanage in Idris and didn't like the children there and didn't want any of them until Grace was orphaned and she decided that that was the child she wanted. That woman is so disgusting, and Grace would have been so much better off with her father's cousin, and I feel so bad for her. I never thought I'd say that, but I feel so bad for her for everything that she has had to go through. That James and Cordelia scene while they're waiting to see if he actually is the murderer. Oh my god. Holy shit. That was intense. I have no words to describe how intense that was. I am reeling. That was, whew, that was steamy and intense, and I want to go back and read it 20 more times. And then for Cordelia to just pull away and like completely leave James hanging, like, you know that she's the one that really wants it, and he's still stuck on Grace, and it's just like, I want it. I want to see it happen. I want them together so bad. I know I'm not about to read Thomas Lightwood getting killed. I know that's not about to happen. If that happens, I swear, someone is going to get hurt. It's worse than I thought. They think Thomas is the murderer because he was out on patrol when he shouldn't have been, and he found Lillian Highsmith. Oh boy, this is not going to be good. I have a theory, though, that the killer is using the dead, like the body of the most recent victim to inhabit, to kill the next victim. So that is my current theory. Because Lillian says he did, but he was dead in his prime. His wife, she wept and wept. I remember her tears. So I'm thinking that it was Elias, but I don't know. But I think that might be it. So they think Thomas is the murderer, but now Alistair has come to his defense, and I'm officially lost as to what is going on, and I can't stop reading except to take breaks to film my reaction, and I'm just so shook by everything that's going on. Like, I almost can't comprehend what's going on because so much is going on that my brain doesn't want to process it. Cordelia just severed the Naga demon, and the Horus? I have no idea how to pronounce it. Demons looked at her and noticed or like realized that she was a paladin and completely like up and left. And I love it. I love that they know that she's not to be messed with. I think that is so great for her. And like, they just left. Like, they know that Cordelia Herondale is not one to be messed with. James just got back from where Belial had him trapped, like where he was guarding the entrance to Edom, where he like got, "Hi, baby." Sorry, I had to take a cat break because my cat just came in and meowed at me. But I just, the bracelet that Grace gave to James just burned him, because after James and Cordelia started like healing his wounds from being in the realm that he was in, they were getting busy, and the bracelet burned "Loyalty binds me" into his skin and broke, and he is now collapsed, and I'm afraid to turn the page. So oh my gosh, I am so, everything about this book has made me so anxious and so shocked and so excited to keep going, but also not wanting to turn the page and see what's going to happen next. Okay, so the Matthew that showed up when Christopher was working with the Pythos wasn't the real Matthew. And I don't know how to feel. which means that Christopher came in direct contact with the murderer and was left unscathed, which is great. Like, good that the murderer left him, but I can't. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like that the murderer was in the consul's home. I don't like that he was right there. He or she. I don't know which one. They. I don't like not knowing who the murderer is at this point, or what the murderer is. Whether it's a demon, a ghost, or what. I am freaking out. This is crazy. And I don't know what's going on. And I really want to know what's going on. And oh my gosh, this is crazy. I just got done using the mortal sword on Thomas. And now something has rocked the Institute. And there's only like 150 pages left of the book. And I don't think I'm ready for what all is about to happen. I know it rivals the ending of Clockwork Prince and that it's super emotional. And I don't know if I'm ready to handle that. I just don't think I am fully capable of handling this yet. Okay, so my theory was that something about Jesse was involved with the murders. But I thought that he was the one doing the murdering. And like giving himself the runes once that had come up. And I was partly right. He has all the runes. But I don't think anymore that he is the one doing it. I think the murderer is probably associated with Tatiana and Grace. Maybe not Grace specifically, but like Tatiana always talks about their patrons and who they worship, and I don't know who that is, but maybe something along the lines of that. So they're murdering shadow hunters so that he gets stronger for when they like resurrect him or something. So I'm still very lost, but that's what I'm thinking now is happening. Okay, so the thing that rocked the Institute was Leviathan striking the Institute, I guess. And now there's like seawater rising up. And I guess I'm so, like, I feel like I should have seen so much more of this coming, because like Magnus said, the princes had alliances: Azazel and Asmodeus, Belial and Leviathan. So Belial has his alliance with Leviathan, and Leviathan is going to like open this portal right under the Institute, and seawater is rising through, and like he's gonna try to come to Earth, to the Institute, to try and like destroy them now. It's what? I'm really scared that somebody I love is gonna end up dying during this attack. So James tells Cordelia to turn around, And it is Jesse Blackthorne. What? I have no idea what's going on or how it's possible. I'm just shocked. What? So Belial has been using Jesse Blackthorne's dead body as a vessel, which means that Tatiana's patron has been Belial, and that's who they've been trying to use to help get Jesse, like, resurrected, I guess? If that's what I'm supposed to be figuring out right now. I don't get it. I don't understand. I guess that's what I'm supposed to be putting together right now. It makes sense, but it kind of doesn't. I have so many questions. Is Cordelia a paladin of Lilith? Was it Lilith there instead of Wayland the Smith? Is that what's going on? What? Jesse can't really be dead, can he? I really don't want that to be true. Tatiana just got really flowers in the attic on Grace, and it was disgusting. And I'm really proud of Grace for shattering the mirror that Tatiana was using to talk to her through. And I never thought that I would be excited for something that Grace did, or proud of her, or really like her character. But I'm really liking where she's going. So Grace just admitted everything to James that she has done. And I have no words. This whole book has just left me speechless. Like, it is so good and it is so well executed that I have no words, because everything that has been said and done in the book has just been so well done that it speaks for itself, and I can't say anything better than what the book has said. I'm just so mad that Grace got away with doing what she's been doing for so long. Like, James was 14 when she started doing all of that, and I just think it's despicable. Like, and then just like, oh, because my mom wanted me to. Like, her excuses are so flimsy and stupid, and I hate it. Characters in books going and running away from things due to a misunderstanding is going to always be my least favorite trope. Matthew is in love with Cordelia. Oh my god. I've started to get into all the dramatic stuff that happens at the end. So this is probably going to be my last update until I'm done with the book, because it's getting to be a lot, and I'm like crying and freaking out. Cordelia and Matthew are running off to Paris, and James is about to head off after them. And yeah, this definitely rivals the end of Clockwork Prince. I did not realize it was going to be this emotional, but it is, and I'm feeling it. Ooh, it's bad. It is bad, but it's so good. I'm officially done with Chain of Iron. I have been destroyed, and I am demanding Chain of Thorns right now. So now that I've had my time to collect my thoughts and really think about what happened in Chain of Iron, I have a lot to say. I was absolutely floored by so much that happened in the book, that I couldn't even talk about it for a few days. It was just so much, and especially in the last like 150 pages, that I could not gather my thoughts to be able to even form coherent sentences. So with my handy dandy little notebook, I wrote down a few notes, and I'm gonna try to get through this as cohesively as I can, because I have a few things I wanted to talk about. So I'll just go in order of what I wrote down, with the first being Thomas and Alistair. Alistair. Yeah, I still can't pronounce his name. Which is weird because it's like, it looks so simple and then my brain just jumbles. But their scenes together, they're just in the sanctuary, were so cute and so full of development that I could not help but just adore it so much. I thought it was so pure, and just, I thought they both grew so much in those moments, because like neither of them they were both, they had something to lose, you know, because it's not present day. It's not like it's acceptable to be gay. We see it with Anna too, that it's like she's living this life that people don't approve of and that Clave doesn't approve of, and they're taking these chances, and it's beautiful to see from a member of this community to just see these moments in this book happening, and it just being so pure and just lovely and coming from the heart. And I just thought it was so well done and well executed and wonderful. Next up on my list, those James and Cordelia scenes, like when she tied him up to the bed and then got him all worked up, and then she was like, oh no, I'm done. I'm done. Girl, I don't think the rest of us were done seeing what was gonna happen. 'Cause I know I wasn't. I was fully prepared to see where that was gonna go. Cordelia has that boy wrapped around her finger. That could have gone so many ways, and I am so surprised that she could just like snap her fingers and turn it off, because that was wild. Oh, so good. So good. And then like, I hated that last James and Grace scene when she comes in and she's like, just, oh, I'm gonna leave Charles and we can finally be together. And the only thing Cordelia hears is James saying, thank God, and not understanding why he says this. And then she just leaves. Like, please take 5 seconds, take a deep breath, and wait for him to come and talk to you, because it's not what you think. That is my least favorite trope in books. The miscommunication trope. I hate it. Not even just in books, like in anything, that I hate it so much. Like, you could just wait and get the full story and know what's going on, and then it would be okay and you'd be fine. But no, you can't. Oh man, it gets me so heated. Like, please don't. Just, And the way that James was yelling at Grace and just getting on her for everything that she has done, I loved it. I loved it. It was the best culmination of what she has done and what she deserved. Like, she deserved to be told why she can't use people for her own devices and because her mother wants it that way. Like, that was just beautiful to me. I thought it was absolutely stunning, remarkable, just wonderful. Ugh, loved it, loved it, loved it. Next on the list, Jesse and Lucy. Anytime he said Lucy could command him to do anything, just like the amount of trust that he was placing in her by saying that she could command him to do anything. Oh my gosh, because she could say anything and he trusts her to do what he knows she's gonna say. Like, I command you to dance with me. And that's all that they dance. And it's so beautiful and sweet and just the perfect moment. Or when he says that she could command him to do anything because he trusts that anything she does is going to be done with love. I just want them to be happy together, and I really just want I just want them happy and alive and together and fine and okay. And I'm so nervous because, like, what was that ending with them? Like, what is going on? That was wild. Lucy is, like, missing. And just, like, I mean, I assume she's in Cornwall. That would be my assumption, that she's been, like, picked up and carried somewhere. I'm assuming Cornwall with Malcolm and Jesse. But that nobody else knows where she is, and she's, like, unconscious. And just, what? It gets to, like, it gets to me because it's like, even though as a reader, you can kind of anticipate certain things, and it's like, well, you know that because this book takes place in this time zone, or time frame, that things have to be okay because of the things that happen in this time frame, that it's got to be okay. But, like, reading it is so much different from knowing that, like, they have to at some point be okay. Because reading it, my heart is being torn out, even though I know that they have to be okay at some point. I don't even know if that makes sense, but they have to be okay at some point for all the Shadowhunter lineages to go on. Because, I mean, going on to Tessa and Will, and how cute their little scene was before they were interrupted by Jessamine to say that Lucy has gotten into necromancy and has run off. And just, I mean, that scene was, I thought we were just going to have a cute little scene, and then it's like, oh, Jessamine's interrupting, and Lucy is into necromancy, and she's missing, and it's, y'all gotta go. You can't even be cute for 5 seconds, because you gotta take care of your wayward daughter, because she's all into something. Which, I mean, as Tessa and Will's daughter, of course she is. Of course she is. I feel like I had a thought going there and I completely abandoned it. So if you know what I was talking about, leave it in the comments. And the last thing that I wanted to comment on is that scene with Anna after she's told Ariadne that she doesn't want to be with her and that she has kind of like that she's just done, when she like walks up the sidewalk and Ariadne has left and doesn't look back, and then Anna sits on the steps and like starts crying. That was one of the most heartbreaking things that I have ever read. I love Anna with all my heart, and all I want is for her to be happy. And that was not Anna being happy, and I was not okay with that. So, yeah. Those are my thoughts on... You know what else? No, there is something else. Matthew being in love with Cordelia. Man, I love James and Cordelia, but Matthew and Cordelia, that could be great. I would not be against it. I would not be against it. And it is very Clockwork Prince of Cassie to do this. So that was not nice of her, because now I am emotionally torn. But I would not be opposed to either one. And now I can't believe we only have one book to sort through this, because that's gonna hurt me. And it's gonna have to be a long book. I'm thinking I'm gonna need like 900 pages to deal with this. Like at least 900. Yeah. It's gotta be like Queen of Air and Darkness level, but not pain level, you know? So those are my thoughts on Chain of Iron. I still can't form cohesive thoughts without a list. I have to be prodded into them, because it was such a soul-shattering, devastating book that I have just not recovered from it. And I am still reeling. I thought it was so good. 5 stars. I've already rated it on Goodreads. I need to leave a review of just how it was devastating, but it was beautiful and heart-wrenching and just wonderful. It was the worst kind of wonderful pain. You know what I mean? Like the best kind of horrible pain. The kind of pain that I wish a book would give me. So that's it for me for my recap. So that's it for the vlog. I really hope that you enjoyed it. I had the best time making this vlog. I loved the book so much. It was just the best time reading the book. I always have the best time reading Shadowhunters novels. They are just my absolute favorites, and it's always fun to dive back into this world. So I had a great time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!